and welcome to episode 55 of the TEW 2016 Challenge Run. We are booking the final show of the UK tour at SmackDown Live. The next shows will be the pay-per-views themselves. It's our second night in Birmingham, and it's probably going to be quite a short show given what the main event is, but we'll get into it anyway. We start with Big Show in his office in a backstage segment. Ignore the Japanese people, they're supposed to be off screen. And he's explaining how tonight's show is going to go. He says the main event is a colossal 10-man tag team match, pitting opponents from Crown Jewel against each other. It will be the team of Aleister Black, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Ricochet, and Andrade against Randy Orton, Apollo Crews, Daniel Bryan, Robert Roode, and Drew McIntyre. Sick. And then Shayna Baszler walks in, flanked by Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir, who are here for one night only. This isn't a permanent thing. And she says, "Show, I hear you said that on WWE.com, WWE's Twitter even. It was Kairi Sane and Io Shirai against me and a partner of my choice. Well, I've made my choice already. It's going to be one of these two ladies right here. So, you can change the billing of that match right now." And Big Show's like, okay then, so I guess it's going to be Shayna Baszler and which one of the two? And Shayna says, you know what? You pick. Doesn't matter, same result. And Big Show picks Marina Shafir. So it will be Marina and Shayna against Kairi and Io later on tonight. First match, random match, Charlotte Flair versus Liv Morgan. Again, Charlotte is so good, she's getting a 71C+ out of Liv. Match that happened recently, IRL, is happening now, pretty much for the same effect, to give Charlotte a win, but to keep Liv looking good. After the match, Asuka gets up to the commentary, after she was on the commentary desk, and just fucking kicks Charlotte's head off. And then grabs a mic and says, "This Sunday you will not be ready for Asuka." Slam mic down, leave. Simple, but effective. Another women's match. Women's champion Toni Storm, who will be in action at Crown Jewel against Tegan Nox. Faces off against Mandy Rose. Gets a nice easy win to cement her with the UK audience and cement her as a possible champion who will retain her championship against Tegan at Crown Jewel. Rusev and Lana in the ring. Lana has the microphone and she says Rusev is pissed off. Rusev has been begging for opportunities for months on end, yet he's still sitting here forced to team with Mike Kanellis, only for Mike Kanellis to go into business for himself. Well, this Sunday at Crown Jewel, Rusev will crush Mike Kanellis, and crushing love will have a new meaning when love gets crushed. And then he's interrupted by No Way Jose. And he's like, "You need to shut up, Lana. No, you're not the only person around here who's begging for opportunities. People like me have to sit back and watch from catering every week, but I'm coming here to make my own opportunity." And Lana says, "What, are you an idiot, Jose? Rusev's out here to look for a fight. You get into this ring, you will lose. You get into this ring, you will be crushed by Rusev. And you're basically gambling with your entire career." And Jose ponders it over, and he says, "I'll gamble." And he runs into the ring. And we get No Way Jose versus Rusev, in which Rusev crushes No Way Jose in a 58C-. Jose scoring a 50. But it was Jose for a reason. I do have something for Jose coming up soon. So, yeah, because I like to have stuff for everybody on my roster. Jose, I've got a thing for him. Backstage, Kevin Owens hyping up members of his team. He's got them all surround him in the locker room, like Christian and that Survivor Series segment where he was rapping about Team Kofi Kingston looking for a fight. That sort of scenario here with Kevin Owens. Hyping up his team, he says, This main event is huge. It's a chance for us to get the last laugh in before the pay-per-view. Me, I get the chance to go out there and expose Bobby Lashley as nothing more than a muscle meathead who has no business. No, it's Apollo Crews, Kevin. Apollo Crews going out there as a muscled meathead who's got no charisma and relies on the beating of others to get himself victories in this business. You, Andrade, you get a chance to finally get your hands in sanctioned competition against Daniel Bryan this Sunday. But you get to give him a taste of what you're worth tonight. And remember what he did to your advocate, your business associate right here, Selena Vega. Think about that when you're in the ring with everybody on that team later on tonight. And Ricochet, you've got a chance. You're Mr. Money in the Bank, and you get a chance to be the next Intercontinental Champion. You've got a main event spotlight. You can show Robert Roode and the whole world what you're made of. Why you should be the next WWE Champion and the next Intercontinental Champion. And Finn, Drew's been attacking you recently because he feels like you're overlooking him and he thinks you're a puny Finn Balor who can't beat big bad Drew McIntyre. You going to take those words lying down, Finn? No, you're not. You need to get in the ring. And he's slapping everybody on the chest, going, yeah, hyping him up. He turns to Aleister Black, he's like, and you! And he hits him on the chest, and Black just grabs his hand. And then, awkward silence. As Aleister just picks Kevin Owens' hand off his chest and puts it back on Owens' side. And just says, I know what I'm doing. And leaves. Fatal 4-way match to build momentum for the 4-way tag match at Crown Jewel. It's the 4 best members of the team. Razor, Cesaro, Grand Metalik and Curtis Axel. And Cesaro gets the win, pinning Metalik with the neutralizer. And Metalik is only 3 points off Cesaro in terms of in-ring work. Metalik is a lower mid-carder. Cesaro is a main eventer. Is he declining? No. He's overwhelmed by his manager, which is probably Sheamus. So Sheamus being at ringside made Cesaro do bad. Okay, game, I see. Here is the women's tag match, in which Io Shirai and Kairi Sane scored the pinfall over Shayna Baszler and Marina Shafir when Kairi actually pins Shayna with the insane elbow. I think this is the first time Shayna's been pinned since coming to SmackDown. And when Shayna said it didn't matter who her partner was because the result would be the same, I guess she was right because it wasn't even Marina Shafir who took the L here. It was Shayna Baszler herself. And Kairi now, full head of momentum heading into Crown Jewel. New Day are out in the streets of Birmingham. The poor lads. Don't know what they did to deserve that. But they're out playing the WWE Universe and saying, we're reminding the WWE Universe what the New Day is all about because since WrestleMania, we've not really been the New Day of old. But that changes because the New Day is coming back next week. After their hot victory last week against Crushing Love. And that's going to be the start of the renaissance, the reigniting of the New Day. The hot 10-man tag main event comes up now. And it gets an 82B, which sounds about right. In which Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, Robert Roode, Drew McIntyre and Apollo Crews defeat Black, Andrade, Ricochet, Balor, and Owens when Randy Orton hits the RKO and pins the WWE Champion, Aleister Black, clean in the center of the ring. Again, like Shayna Baszler taking the loss, this is a very impactful show. She got pinned for the first time by her challenger, as did Aleister Black. And that gives Randy Orton a hell of a lot of momentum heading into Crown Jewel. Show ends with an AEB. Actually lost us pop. But this is the last SmackDown that will be held in the UK. And this will be the last 205 Live held in the UK. And that starts right now. And we start with Humberto Carrillo in another match. Beaten by Eric Young with a wheelbarrow neckbreaker. Carrillo not having a good time of things recently. And Eric Young gets himself back on the board after failing to become #1 contender. Well, who is this? Ladies and gentlemen, on SmackDown Live, the Adonis Apollo Crews managed to fucking show up that fat bitch Kevin Owens. Now, before this Sunday at Crown Jewel, where Apollo faces Owens one-on-one, the man of the hour, the 24-year-old piece of gold, he's missing out on the action. So he's come here to 205 Live, not only to show off his big men and this man's favourite pose, bum shot, and then he's bent over for the rest of the segment until Leo's opponent comes out, but also the man of the hour show off his incredible moveset and his incredible performance skills as he gets himself on the board to become the Cruiserweight Champion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please, anybody in the back there who wants a piece of the man of the hour and dares to try and test the almighty Bobby Lashley and Apollo Crews, get out here right now. The man that comes out is Oney Lorcan, who's, again, not officially on 205 Live, but he was on Raw this week, so I thought I'd use him. And he takes the L to Lio Rush with the Rush Hour, giving Leo his first point on the board. Backstage, Carrillo is, again, upset about losing, and Angelico tries to confront him, and Carrillo pushes him away. And he says, "You're not helping. I need help. And that help isn't you." Main event. Big fuck-off 6-man tag. Cruiserweight Champion, his two friends, also finalists in the Cruiserweight Tag Title Tourney. Their opponents at Crown Jewel. 6-man tag. Stick them all in the ring together. Magic. The UK guys will be the faces, technically, because it's in the UK. It's in Birmingham. If you can even count Birmingham as a real place. But Akira Tozawa pins Noam Dar with the senton, and the challengers / baby faces. Tozawa got 64, 69. Jesus. The 205 Live is getting up there now, ladies and gentlemen. This could actually get a B at the pay-per-view. A post-match, Paige gets in, slaps Akira Tozawa so hard that he spits out the mouth guard that he has in his mouth, because I recently saw Aleister Black do that to Cesaro and it looked cool, so we'll do it here. Then Tyler Bate drops him with a title shot, foot on the chest, end of show, last scene before Crown Jewel. Tozawa, Kalisto and Kenny Williams, I believe they're all enhancement talents. Tozawa is like an opener, and he's smashing out a 64. But that is the end of 205 Live. The pay-per-views are up next. Episode number 56 and 7 will be Crown Jewel and Insurrextion. See you then.